Benavidez, Morrell, who wins?
It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. 50-50 fight.
And I think that it's going to be a war. In my eyes, I see it as a 50-50 fight.
These fighters, I think David Morrell may have needed, one or two more real tests before he really, build the resolve to be able to handle a guy with the ability, the power.
Shawn Porter is backing David Benavidez to win his 12-round fight against David Morrell on February 1st at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Porter believes Benavidez's experience against top-tier competition gives him the edge over the unbeaten Morrell. He sees the fight as close, with Benavidez holding a slight 55-45 advantage. Porter points to Benavidez's strength and experience in longer bouts, areas where Morrell has yet to be tested. Despite both fighters being physically imposing, Porter feels Benavidez is better suited for the 175 pounds division, and his stamina could be key.
Fight is that one?
That's 50-50 right there. If anything, 55-45 for Benavidez. I love David versus David. I love everything about the fight. The thing I feel that Benavidez has over Morrell is experience, is true strength. Both of those guys are big guys, but I think Benavidez is more of the natural 175-pounder.
Yeah, Morrell's such a high-level technical fighter, but Jose mentioned what you just mentioned. They feel like the experience is gonna eventually show through. I don't know, take me into that. How experience can trump talent and technicality like that.
You know what? The thing that I know for this fight, when you are in a competitive fight that's gonna go 12 rounds, of course you're prepared for the 12.
Shawn Porter predicts David Benavidez will win his 12-round fight against David Morrell on February 1st at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Porter believes Benavidez's experience against top opponents gives him the edge over the undefeated Morrell. He expects a close fight but gives Benavidez a 55-45 advantage. Porter points to Benavidez's strength, ability to handle longer bouts, and better suitability for the 175 pounds division as factors that could determine the outcome.
And man, how do you think Benavidez does? Your gym mate a week after you fight. How do you think that fight goes with Morrell, man?
I think David, he's looking very good. I've been in the gym with him for the past few weeks, and he's been looking great shape, doing some amazing things in the ring. Like always, David's a monster. So I think he'll take care of business February 1st. I think he might even get the stoppage against David Morrell.
David Benavidez, known for his relentless offense, also impresses with his defense. Pacho, who sparred with him recently, noted that despite his upright stance, Benavidez is surprisingly strong defensively. He's skilled at pulling back and countering quickly, making his defense more effective than many realize.
David Morrell is a guy that you can't take lightly, He's a great fighter. He's up there for a reason, one of the best Cubans out right now. So, it's going to be a great fight, but I just feel like David is one of those guys, too, who's a monster and just doesn't let anyone take it from him, And when he's in there, he's going in there for the kill. And, of course, I feel like Morrell is maybe going to be his toughest opponent yet.
Benavidez is always striving to enhance his skills, filming every session and paying close attention to details such as footwork and shoulder movements. Paco admired Benavidez's dedication to improvement and appreciated his openness in sharing valuable insights and offering tips to aid in his own training.
I think he has a really good jab. He's a good fighter. He keeps his distance really well, so that I feel like he's gonna make it hard for David in the early rounds. But like we saw with Caleb Plant, Caleb Plant was doing a great job boxing the first few rounds when he fought David, but then David just has that chip in his shoulder where he's just coming forward. Even on the clinch hits, he's still punching. He's still getting punches in, and I feel like when you're boxing a guy like David and he just keeps coming forward no matter what you do, it just makes it hard mentally for you to keep that same game plan and stick to it, because we have a monster like him throwing big punches coming in.
Gabriel Rosado believes David Morrell's taunts have made David Benavidez more aggressive, raising the stakes for their 12-round fight. While Rosado gives Benavidez the edge, he cautions against underestimating Morrell's technical style. Antonio Tarver suggests Morrell may need a knockout as Benavidez's fast pace could leave him vulnerable to powerful strikes. Despite Benavidez's dominance over smaller opponents, Tarver thinks Morrell's strength and skill could pose a serious challenge, with his best shot being a decisive blow.
It's going to be, I think Morrell's going to have to find that shot that really, not only drops, but, concuss. He got to knock David Benavidez out. And there's fighters you can make quit. I don't think neither one of these fighters you can make quit. Sometime you got to knock them out. And I think this is one of those type of fights where, in order to secure victory, in order to secure victory, one of these guys is going to have to end it with inside the distance, and I think when you look at, what they bring to the table, David Benavidez is going to have a little reach and size advantage. Will be, I think, one of the, more gifted fighters that Benavidez has faced. I think David Morrell comes in with a lot of talent. And you got, a guy that has a talent like both of these guys, and they rise to the occasion. It's the moment that really gets these guys up. And I think this is the type of fight that you can say it's going to bring the best out of both of these guys, man.